Hey folks, I want to show you guys two things. One, I don't know if you guys can see this, but well, look at that. I'm gonna step out for a second. Oh, negative ions and beautiful flowers, chemtrails. I'm gonna get to this in a second. I want you guys to see there is something very, that's a light refragment, but I can't understand or explain I think I can explain, but this cloud is actually lit up. And it's red oxide. All right, so let's get to this here. I am floored. If you guys are artistic, there's a cloud, right? There are angels in the cloud here. That's kind of obvious. There's a man standing on a cloud right in front of me with his heart revealing. I'm sober, by the way. But as an artist, excuse me. As an artist, I can interpret what I see. But my spiritual consciousness knows and feels that I know what's in front of me right now. And it reflects off of the sun because that cloud is in between the sun and the sun. So anyway, I just think that was beautiful. Oh, no. All right. So you guys might get a delay. My talking and my words on my camera might be different, but I just love the ocean. The reason why is because I had to plug in my phone into the charger. Because I'll start this recording and then my phone would all of a sudden want to die. Because that's just the way third density devices work on a fifth dimensional being who has something to say. All right, so today's fascinating because I have a huge situation, and I've been going over the words of like how I'm gonna say something because I refuse to accept negativity right now in my life, in my career. I am in this location where I have to drive 30 miles after waking up at 5:30 in the morning to be here. Last week was my first day, and someone complained. Actually, a group of people complained. I don't even know what they complained about. Like, no one was very specific on telling me what. Management just kind of told me, they had some things to say, just, ramp it up and make it harder for them. And I'm like, So the person who was here before me, I actually took their class. And I actually sweat more from what I did last week than what that person has probably done for a whole month. I understand why I had to come back to this location. I have to work with these people. It's the inner work, the inside of themselves, because this is a group of people who are the most entitled, elite, and they think that they have power and control over myself. And no, I refuse to allow myself to be told what to do. Like, that's just not how I operate. We're here to be compassionate beings. We're here to learn and love each other. We're here to enjoy the experience, but that also requires respecting and trusting the person who's here to cater the service to everybody. And it's just a shame that I can tell that most of you who are light bringers too, or whatever you want to call yourselves, empaths, light bringers, star seeds, it's just sad that we can be very nice, kind, loving, and appreciating people, and then people will still dog us out for whichever reason. They're projecting whatever thought on us, and it's kind of not fair. But in my mind, I have to tell myself this isn't because of you. It's just because they're not used to not having what they want. And I've been trying to figure out what to say to this group of people, because I don't want to say too much and then, get fired. And then I don't want to say, and I don't want to not say anything and then have my timeline teach me that I have to start standing up and saying something to people. Kai Pacha with the Astrology for the Soul. Excuse me. He had a video about Pluto, Saturn, and the sun in the south nodes of the moon. I was like, beep. Because what that means is, if you are in Capricorn, or your Capricorn rising in your birth chart, you have to start standing up to people, whether you like it or not. And there are consequences. There's a lot of consequences in everything that you decide to do. But it's sort of like we have to do it. We have to take the risk and do what we know is the right thing, because we're not going to just sit here and get punked by people and let them punk us, because that's their behavior. That is their pattern. That's their trait, and that's their addiction. So we have to counter those things. That's why our life journeys placed us where we are. It's not fair. I'm like, why does everything fall on Capricorn to do it? And then here comes Cancer to make sure that we know that we're okay. And then Sagittarius, it says, oh, stop complaining, get over it. There's great things in life. Pay attention to those things. Oh, shut up, Sagittarius. Then Taurus is like, can we just get back to sleeping with each other? Anyways, I digress. Gemini is like, yeah, Aaron, he performed for Christina Aguilera back in the days. You should hire him as a dance coach. And Aries is just intimidated and envious that a little Capricorn from a small town is doing big things and filling big shoes along the coast. Anyways, that's all I wanted to share with you guys, was that those clouds haven't changed not one bit of its structure. This is quite beautiful. Look at it. Will you just look at it? I see crosses. Crosses galore. And there's still that one big cloud. Let's see, I see a little chemtrail, but I kind of see benevolent energy here. So I love the benevolent energy, and then I look at how the cloud seeding is on top of it. You can really tell the difference between, and this is what I call a dragon. If you guys follow my old videos, dragons are these little spiral, they disguise themselves in the clouds. They cloak in order to manipulate weather. Could be heat, because that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna get really hot. Anyways, I just love being out here. I'm so fortunate that, and I think that's what people don't understand, is like, you're so focused on criticizing what I'm bringing to you after knowing I have to drive here. But then it's like they didn't even give me an opportunity to see and learn who they are as people. Just give me 2 weeks to figure it out. But then they don't understand the gift that what I get to receive. Like, this is all beautiful. I never had this in the last year and 3 months. So if the perspective were, much of a thank you guys for being, my group and accepting me, it's more of like, shit, I don't want to say anything to you guys about the gratification that I have in exchange for doing my service. They're probably not even gonna care. That's the sad thing is, and here's where I digress. Like this morning, I saw a boyfriend and girlfriend walking across the street, and the sun was rising, and it's just kind of sad. They didn't even give me a facial acknowledgement. We're on the same sidewalk, and they just kept having their head down and didn't even want to look. And I'm like, there's so many people right now that just do not want to connect. Well, that's not my problem. My job, and I hope before I ascend out of here, because that's what I'm setting my intentions to. I know I have a star family somewhere waiting to get me out of this. Please. What's it called? My job's to help connect people and amplify as much as possible. And I will not allow people and their negative comments to chastise me and stop me from doing the work that I need to do. My mistakes are my mistakes in life, but I've always stuck to the work that I knew what was required of me. Anyways, I gotta go, everybody. I'm yawning because I'm sleepy. I have to get up at 5:30 to get here by 7:45, and I just wait till 8ish. It's 8 o'clock now, so gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll give you guys an update on Connor. Hopefully he's woken up already. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.